Okay, in this video I'm going to do 9 different counter exercises that you can do along with me. Um, First I'm going to go over each of them and add a couple of notes, pointers, suggestions, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so the first one is weight bearing. This is real important because when you put weight on your affected leg, it's a signal to your brain that you want to use it. It also helps a lot with getting your heel down, hip strength, upper leg strength, just so many things. Um, in the video, I'm going to do a minute, 30 seconds on one leg, 30 seconds on the other. You can always pause the video if you want to do it longer. The rest of these videos, I'm going to show you some tricks on YouTube where you can play them at different speeds so that you can find a pace that you can do them along with me. I'm going to do them at normal pace for people who can do that, and then others can slow them down. So, the second one is weight shifting. When you first start weight shifting, about best way, if you guys aren't real good at this, but you can shift your hips and do some weight bearing. If you can't shift your hips, you can just start to lift your feet up, okay? I'm not holding on, I don't need to. I probably ought to demonstrate holding on. So you can just try and lift each foot up. Every time you get your unaffected foot up, you're putting full weight on your affected leg. So as you progress, you can get a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger until you're doing them pretty big, and maybe you have to hold on still, maybe you don't. Okay, so marching, gosh, you just can't do too much marching. It's kind of like squats or knee bends. When I do marching, I like to use the counter to um, make sure that I'm lifting both of my legs the same. I'm a big believer in symmetry. If you're just starting out, you're not going to be able to do that. So just, lift your unaffected leg normally and then do your affected leg as high as you can. Pretty soon it'll start coming up higher if you do a lot of these. Okay, so next is knee bends. Like marching, you just can't do too much. Somebody told me that it doesn't do any good to go past having your knees level. I can do that and I can get back up, no problem, but most people can't get back up, especially if you're new, so I'm not going to demonstrate them past level. Uh, then we've got kicking. This is only partially explosive. I don't think anybody will have any trouble with this with spasticity. If you do, don't do it. I try and pick a spot on the floor. I got flooring and I can pick out one of the lines between the two pieces so that when I kick the same. And I watch and pay attention because, like I said, I'm a big believer in symmetry. Okay, then we're going to do heel raises. These are pretty basic. The best way to do them is outside on the steps, as I show in my heel raise video. I also sometimes do them where I do heel and toe raises. Heel, toe. If you do the toe, don't stick your butt out. That'll pull your toes up, but I'm not doing anything. You want to keep that butt in, squeeze those butt cheeks, and pull them up. So then we have abduction. This is basically moving your leg away from your body. This is real good for your hips. So you want to keep your posture good and straight, and you just move that leg out. I do them on both sides, so you can do like 20 on one side and then 20 on the other. Or if you like it better, you can go 1, 1, 2, 2. You want to try and always put your feet back in the same place. On most of these exercises where you take your foot off the ground, you can also work on foot placement. Of course, if you're having a lot of trouble with the basics, you may have to wait until you can work on foot placement. Okay, and not last but not least, second to last, something I call ice skating. It's because it reminds me of ice skating in the north. It's called standing vertical leg extension. Basically, you um, keep your knee fairly stiff and you move each leg back. It's a lot like walking. And guess what happens if I start doing this fast? Starts to look like walking, doesn't it? Even though I'm not going anywhere. Okay, and the last one is explosive. It's butt kickers. They kick my butt too. I'm still not very good at them. This is one, if you have high level of spasticity in your affected leg, try this once or twice and see what it does to you. If it increases your spasticity or tone, wait till you get less spasticity or tone, which you do through basically doing this kind of range of motion exercises, the other 8 that is. Okay, so butt kickers are where you basically try and stick your heel into your butt. Notice my left leg, my affected leg, doesn't go as high. Okay, so next up we're going to do all 9 of these. I'm going to do one set of each. I'm going to show you how to slow them down on YouTube. And if you want to do multiple sets, you can just hit replay. I'm also going to put a little YouTube trick so you can start it at any one of the exercises. So if you just want to do squats, for example, there'll be a clickable link in the YouTube description that says squats, knee bends, and it'll have a place where you can click that and it'll go directly there. That'll also be handy if you want to like repeat any and do multiple sets. When I do multiple sets of this, I go through the whole 9 of them, and then I go through the 9 of them again. I also do these sometimes at the bar at the stretching station at the gym or anywhere. Here I'm doing them at the counter, and I'm going to model good safety behavior with my suction grab bar, which I just restuck because you have to restick them every day. Excuse me. So, next up, I'm not going to talk during these a lot because it's not necessary, and also you may be playing it at a slower speed, in which case I will sound like that. Anyway, so first up is weight bearing. Get your feet about shoulder width apart and just stand there putting all your weight on both legs. Okay, we're going to one leg, affected leg only. Be careful not to lock that knee, hyperextend that knee. This is a good way to train your knee not to hyperextend, but to live at 1 degree off of locking where it should be. Remember, if you want to do this for a longer period of time, you can always hit the pause button because there's no action in this. In everything you do, stand up nice and straight. Posture and symmetry are important. If you want to work on your balance, you can try the 1 finger deal or practice your balance. I don't suggest that for people just starting out. Okay, marching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Kicking is next. Find a place and do them as even as you can. If you can't get this leg up, just do what you can for now. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. First I'm going to do 20 heel raises, and then I'm going to do 20 heel toe raises. 1. Nice slow down. Don't let them drop. It's all about the down. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. All right. 1, 2, 3. If you can't do these, just do regular ones. 4. Keep that left affected toe up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. And the last one is butt kickers. Of course, I've done the other 8, and I'm going to roll right into it, and I don't know how well these will go, but here we go. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now I'm going to do them standing on my affected leg. I believe in symmetry. If you can't do this because you're early on, don't. If you can, it's really good weight bearing because the whole time this other leg is up, you're standing on your affected leg with 100% of your weight. So, ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And there you have it. I'll show you how to slow this down to 75, 50, and 25%, and hopefully one of those speeds will suit the current speed that you're at. And I hope these are motivating, and I hope that you might think about doing them along every day.